South Tama's Amber Karkash-Bolin was honored last year as a member of the Co-College Athletic Hall of Fame. The college announced the 50th Hall of Fame class in July of 2022 and held an induction ceremony in October, where Amber and 4 other distinguished Co-Hawks were honored. During her high school career at South Tama, Amber was a 4-sport athlete, excelling in volleyball, basketball, and softball. During her senior year in 2003 to 2004, Amber earned all-state honors in both volleyball and basketball. She was also a contributor on one of only 2 South Tama volleyball teams to qualify for the state tournament. After graduating in 2004, Amber followed in the footsteps of her brother Brett and enrolled at Coe College in Cedar Rapids, where she competed in not 1, but 2 college sports. For 3 seasons with the women's basketball team, Amber helped lead a resurgence that brought the Coe Hawks a 20-win season in 2007 and 2008. She earned all-conference honors in all 3 seasons with the basketball team. Amber has also left a legacy on the basketball court, as she currently holds the single-season school record for rebounds and steals, and still ranks inside the top 10 all-time at Coe in scoring average, free throws made, rebounding average, steals, minutes average, and scoring. Amber also made an impact for the Coe Hawks on the volleyball court as their libero for 2 seasons, helping earn the team's first ever NCAA tournament bid. Karkash-Bolin holds the single-season record at Coe for digs with 679, and also the 3rd-place mark with 618. In 2007, Karkash-Bolin was named the recipient of the Baron Bremner Outstanding Athlete Award, which is given each year to a male and female student-athlete at Coe College. Since that time, Amber has returned home to the Tama-Toledo community, where she and her husband Scott are now raising their 3 children. Today, I am pleased to be joined by a Hall of Famer in her own right from Coe College, a South Tama alum, Amber Bolin. How are you today, Amber?
I'm good. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking some time, and congratulations on the recent honor at Coe College. That's got to be a kind of a thrilling experience, and one that the South Tama community has to be proud of as well.
Yes, thank you.
Tell me first a little bit about you, who you were growing up, who some of your family is, and how you came through the South Tama system, and where you are now as well in your career with your family.
Yeah. So my maiden name is Karkash, so Amber Karkash-Bolin. I am a 04 grad of South Tama, 08 grad of Coe College. I spent my younger years in the gym, not only competing myself, but also following my cousins and brothers who are also very successful on the South Tama court. So spent a lot of time in the gym as a younger kid running around this gym. It does look a little bit different than it did 15, 20 years ago. Looks very nice. Yeah, my parents are John and Jody Karkash. They run the Tama Florist here in town, and they have for 30 plus years. My husband is Scott Bolin. He is the Dean of Students and AD at the middle school here in town. So we are very invested into our community. We knew earlier on, we were high school sweethearts, but we knew in the college years that we wanted to come back and give back to our community. Yeah. And we're both doing that kind of in different ways. So yeah. We live here outside of Tama, close to my in-laws, so family is very important to us. So we get to spend time with family. And then we have 3 little kiddos. Grace is 9, Grady is 6, and Graham is 4. So 2 of them are in the South Tama School District right now, and then Graham will start preschool next year. And I am the assistant to the provost at Marshall Community College, so I get to spend my day hanging out with college students, and then usually my evenings spending time with elementary students.
So a breadth of experience in the community, and coming back here as well. And going beyond, or coming before you, is your mom's generation had a big impact as athletes and students here at South Tama. Can you talk a little bit about the role that they played as adults that you looked up to in your early years?
Yeah, so my mom was not able to play volleyball or basketball. It was not a sport that was offered here at South Tama when she went through high school, but she did run track and she was very successful. I think one of her records was just broke in the last like 5 or 6 years. So she was very, very fast. And I think that's who I got my speed from. Along with my aunt Joni Kriegel Simpson, she also was a very good track athlete also. So she had some records that I think have been recently broken too.
Yeah.
So.
What were some of your earliest memories with organized sports? Do you recall any influences in those early years? What was the early part like for you?
Yeah, so I think I started basketball, maybe rec basketball, third or fourth grade. So I remember my Saturday mornings, I think maybe just an hour spent in the gym. And then I did not start volleyball until I think it was my fifth grade year, and I started AU. So we have not introduced volleyball yet to Grace, but I think she is starting to show some interest in it. So next year might be the year she'll be in fifth grade. But yeah, for volleyball, I had a huge role model that spent a lot of time invested into our grade and into improving my good friend Christy Upaw and myself on the volleyball court, and that was Stan Upaw. So he started coaching us in fifth grade, kind of AU on through high school, and then we did some club ball. But yeah, I have a lot of memories with Christy and Stan. If it's not like Friday night doing different competitions in the living room to grass volleyball on Sundays to pitching practices before a game. So yeah, Stan was definitely a great role model for me, and a lot of my volleyball success is because of him. Yeah.
But when you reached high school and you kind of were deciding on what you were going to do and how you were going to spend your time, was specializing in a sport that's kind of a conversation now for kids at the high school level. Was that a consideration for you back then?
Yeah. So I loved every sport. If I could have played every sport, I would have played every sport. So specializing in a sport was never an option. Never even thought that I would do that. Times have changed. I know now with my friends and college teammates that their kids are having to decide at a very young age in the larger communities what sports they want to play and trying out and maybe specializing just in one or two sports. And I feel that is, I'm sad for those kids, and I'm very happy for our students here at South Tama that they have the opportunity to play multiple sports.
Yeah.
And if they wanted to specialize in a sport, great. If they wanted to play 4 sports, they would still be able to do that.
You had some successful seasons with the teams that you were on as well that went into postseason time. And so that gets to be a pretty tight schedule when you're getting ready to start basketball practices not long after a volleyball season has concluded. Do you recall any challenges of those early transition times between the sports being difficult, or what was it for you?
Yeah, it was difficult. I remember times that they were overlapping, right, in high school and definitely in college. There were days where I was doing double practices. I'd get done with volleyball and go right into basketball. So those were tough, but also taught me grit. Also, right, really helped me stay determined and stay focused, and really has helped as an adult being able to manage being a mom, taking care of family, also having a job, and then also volunteering at the church and with youth sports. So being able to juggle all that, I think my experience through high school and college has helped me with that.
What were some of any moments or memories that might have stuck with you from your high school career? Any coaches or teammates? You talked a little bit about the UPAs as well. Any of those that are highlights for you now as you look back?
Yeah. So I really do not have a ton of like specific examples of like my experiences like on the court but really my teammates and coaches, all of them really hold a really special place in my heart. When you are really driven and you have a team that is all on the same page, that we want to win, but yet we want to have fun and we are here for each other, like that is very, very important. We weren't only in it to win it, we were in it to have a good experience, and we were there for each other. So yeah, I have a handful of high school and college athletes my teammates that I'm still very, very close with.
Yeah.
And I tell my daughter Grace, I said, the teammates that you have are going to become some of your best friends throughout your life, is because you invest a lot of time with them and you have the same common goals and the same kind of drive, and they're going to be good friends, and you'll have them for the rest of your life.
When you were getting ready to exit high school and move on to college, how did you come to the decision to attend Co? Was there a multiple college situation that you were deciding on different ones, or how did that decision kind of play out for you at the time?
Yeah, that was kind of an easy decision for me. I decided that it wasn't going to be about getting a scholarship or um, playing for certain coaches, because some college coaches, they're only in it to win it, right? Or there's coaches that really care about you and they care about your team as their family, and that was very, very important to me. So I also knew I wanted to play more than one sport, which means that Division III was probably the best option for me, where I could go and play multiple sports if I wanted to. And my older brother, Brett Karkash, was already wrestling at Co, so I was very familiar with Co and some of their employees. And so I did a couple of visits there, and then was obviously hung out a little bit with the wrestling team and the volleyball and the basketball teams, and realized that Co was going to be a great fit for me.
And did you know in high school, when you were kind of wrapping your senior year, that you wanted to continue in those multiple sports in volleyball and in basketball? Was that kind of just part of it from the start, or did you kind of figure it out when you got there in terms of, oh, this might be an option for me?
Yeah, I think by junior year I was pretty confident that I wanted to play both volleyball and basketball. Yeah, I couldn't pick just one. Yeah, and if I could do it all over again, I would have probably played softball at Co too. So yeah, I really just enjoyed playing sports. So it wasn't so much about the money; it was more about what I loved doing and where I felt comfortable at.
As far as the positions that you played in those different sports, can you tell me a little bit about what you played on the volleyball court and on the basketball court, and did those things change at all when you went to the college level? Were you asked to step into a different role than what you were used to at high school?
Yeah, so volleyball was pretty much the same. I played back row and I was an outside hitter, so that was pretty much the same. I did a little bit of libero on top of that, which we did not have that in high school, but I was able to play a little bit of that at the college level. So that was fun. And libero is playing all of back row, so you're playing 5 rotations out of the 6. Yep. Basketball's a little bit different. I played point guard since maybe 6th grade on. And when I was asked, or when I played at Co, I think almost every year I played either a 3 or a 4. So that was a little bit different than what I was used to, but a great challenge. And and I ended up really liking those positions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you have to develop was shooting something that came easy and natural to you? Did you have to develop a shot when you got to the college level, or was that something you already kind of had working for you?
Yeah, I think so. I spent a lot of my free time in the off seasons trying to improve individually, right? Like your in season, that's kind of when you build out on the team and you're trying to win and improve team chemistry. In the off season is when I really try to improve like my own personal goals for myself, right? So my shot was probably something that I focused on really from middle school on. And I do remember my grandma and grandpa taking myself and a few of my teammates to, I think he was called like a shot doctor that was like teach us how to like actually shoot the ball. And so we spent an afternoon there, and then obviously those skills are something that I would focus on. Yeah.
How did you feel like the athletic experience compared between the college and the high school? I have to imagine that the intensity level just jumps up when you go to that college level. What was that like for you making that transition?
Yeah, I think definitely college practices were a little bit more intense, right? I remember my volleyball years. There was one year where we had a new coach, and Coach Wooden I have a ton of respect for her. She's an amazing coach. But her first year coming in, our practices were very, very intense. And if we did not complete a drill, we were there until we were done with the drill. So some practices went 3-4 hours just because she wouldn't let us ever give up. Like, she had high expectations, and that really benefited our team and brought our team closer together. And we ended up having a very successful year because of that hard, intense coach of what she was.
Were there any South Tama connections that came with you or that you encountered at college? Being that, you know, Cedar Rapids is not that far away from Tama County, did you maintain those, or was it a whole different world at the college level?
Yeah, so I already knew some of the athletes and coaches because of my brother being there.
Sure.
Yeah, but then Christy Upaw Staker, which was one of my really, really good friends and teammates, both in volleyball and basketball, softball, ended up deciding to go to Co2. So we were able to transition to Co together. We started preseason volleyball together, where we're on campus maybe 2 weeks before everyone else. So our volleyball team became really close very fast, and I was very fortunate to have my best friend along for the ride.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
What sticks out to you most from your college years and college competition? What were some of the teams like that you competed with? I recall in the bio that Co put together for you that they noted that some of the programs that you participated in had been struggling, and you were part of the equation that kind of helped improve things a little bit. What were some of those teams like that you competed on at Co?
Yeah, I would say my freshman and a little bit of my sophomore year, it was like a transition year for the college, right? We had losing seasons going into that. We had some turnover on the coaches. Both, we brought in a new head coach for both volleyball and basketball into my junior year, and those coaches made a world of difference for us. They're very great coaches. They still coach. Coach Wooden, our volleyball coach, still coaches at Co today, and I still have a very good relationship with her. But so it's not only was it my class that came in that also that we were very close and very good athletes. It was also we had new coaches that were able to come in and push us to the level that we needed to, so that we could help be the start of kind of turning around the programs.
You end up relocating back to your hometown area, and let me ask you this. Were you and Scott attending the same college at the same time? What was that kind of decision like for you two as you were moving away from your college years and into your adulthood, and how did you make that decision to kind of come back?
Yeah. So Scott and I did not go to the same college, but we were within an hour radius of each other. So he ended up at UNI, but I'm not sure he ever missed one of my volleyball or basketball games. So he came to Co a couple times a week, and then also traveled for our games. So he also became very close with my teammates and coaches, and was one of my number one supporters. So we were able to see each other all through college, and we knew that we wanted to spend the rest of our lives together, but we also knew that coming back and being around family was very, very important. So we both agreed that we would come back and be able to volunteer and give back to our community.
So what does, at this point in your life now as a former athlete and a parent now that's of 3 little Trojans, what is that perspective and what does that South Tama mean to you now at this stage?
Yeah, we obviously Tama Soleo means a lot to us, and so we came back here and decided to raise our children here. But we both had community members in our lives that were great role models for us. I had a handful of, I can say maybe 3 that invested a lot of time into my athletic career, 3 community members. And I remember in high school thinking, if I ever had the opportunity to come back and give back to my community like they did to me, all their time and effort and time that they spent in the gym with me trying to improve my skills, that I wanted to do that for others. So right now I get the privilege of coaching Grace and her basketball team, and I've enjoyed making the sport very fun for them. They love coming to practice, which it's fun. It's fun for me to watch them, and they're very eager to learn and grow. And so I'm excited to work with them the next couple of years, and hopefully their passion continues to grow. But yeah, I mean, I had a handful of community members that really invested a lot of time.
Well, if you
to
don't
help me
mind
improve.
sharing, tell us about some of those.
Yeah.
folks
So
and
one
who
of
they are.
them was Stan Upaw, which he was always there in my corner for since maybe 5th grade on, and he still is till this day. And then the other one was Jake Jacobson.
Yeah.
So we spent a lot of time in the gym for the basketball. So it's Sunday evenings, kind of all throughout the year, we would be playing. And I can tell you that I'm not sure I ever beat him in a one-on-one. we would always work on some skills, and at the end we would play some one-on-one. And he was still really good. Yeah, basketball. Even through college, we would still get together. And and then I had a family. Lauren Kiana was one of my teammates, very good basketball player. And in 6th grade, I think 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, they invested a lot of time and money and resources into some AAU practices and then tournaments. I think we traveled to Des Moines almost every weekend in January and February trying to improve our skills. So I'm very thankful for those individuals that invested time.
We've talked a little bit about your kids as well, but I just want to maybe put a point on it too. How do you feel like your time as a high school and college athlete has impacted your role as a mom? And how is the process with them now as they're beginning to explore activities and sports and what they want to get interested in?
Yeah, I think it's very important not to burn out your kids. There was maybe one time I remember in high school that I was feeling a little bit burnout, right? Because you have practice year round, and I'm not sure. Maybe there's a little bit of time between the end of July and August that I was not practicing, but every other day I was in the gym or on the field or always doing something, right? So I'm very conscious of that, and so is Scott, to not burn out our kids. We want to make it fun and not push them too much. Which is why we haven't introduced volleyball to Grace yet. Like we don't want to do it at quite a young age. And I feel like it's important if we are helping out with those rec sports, those youth sports, not to push the kids to the point that it's not fun for them.
Yeah. So back up a little bit for this past year, talk a little bit about this Hall of Fame honor that you received at Co. When did you learn about that you'd be honored in this year's Hall of Fame class, and what was your reaction when you found out that you'd be among those to kind of be put into that group?
Yeah, found out last May that I was going to be inducted, and the ceremony actually happened October of this last year during homecoming weekend. So when I first found out, it's quite an honor, right? Like I was excited about it. I don't think it really hit me until I was on campus of what kind of honor it was or how impactful that my experience at Co was for others and the stories and experiences that they shared with me. So it was a very fun experience, homecoming weekend. I loved going back on campus. There's employees there that shared a lot of memories, teammates. It definitely felt like a family when I went back.
And then we'll wrap up on this. What advice would you have for young South Tama Trojans that are deciding what they want to do with their time, and also to parents as they work through parenting student athletes as well?
Yeah, I think for young athletes, it is maybe find what sports that you really, really love, right? Try out all the different sports, really find out which ones you really want to invest your time into, because it's not only about winning and losing, right? Like you want to have fun, and it should be something that you're very passionate about in, because if you want to get good in the sport, you're going to have to put time in, right? You're going to have time in the off season. That's how you improve your skills. So really finding the sports that you really want to invest your time in, because it is a lot for your parents to go to spend every weekend or taking you to practice. So if you are fortunate enough to play sports, make sure that you're thanking your parents, because it is a big time commitment and also a financial commitment that your parents are investing in. And if you decide on a sport, make sure that you give it your all, because there's only so many years that you're actually able to play sports, and then once you reach that age, you're done. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Amber. Congratulations, and wish you all the best.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Welcome in live, Trojan fans, to Vinton-Shellsburg High School. We are underway just moments into the first quarter of this South Tama Vinton-Shellsburg regional playoff game here in Vinton. Their score at this 7:13 mark of the first quarter is Vinton-Shellsburg 2, South Tama 0. First bucket of the night went to Ashley Meyer, Vinton-Shellsburg, senior forward. Vikings with the ball. And a bucket. 4-0 the score now, as Bradley Bruce gets her first points tonight. Third time these two teams have met on the hardwood this year. Missed shot for South Tama on their next trip down. Here's a three-pointer by Abby Davis, hard off the back of the rim. Ball gets tipped around. Jeanette Cervantes picks up the loose ball, but it's stolen away by Bruce. And now Davis to put the brakes on and get back into the half-court offense. A foul on Bruce as she was going up for an easy bucket. And the foul's going to go against Sienna Defoe. Starters on the court for the Trojans. Number 4, Jeanette Cervantes. Number 5, Kayla Heck. Number 24, Ziera Capeu. Number 35, Sienna Defoe. And number 40, Arrow Lyons. Here's Bradley Bruce at the line. Misses on the first free throw. Still a 4-0 game. We're just early into the first period here. And tonight's broadcast is an audio-only broadcast. So if you're looking for video, apologies that that's not available here on Trojan Country tonight. Bruce makes the second of 2 free throws. Arrow Lyons in the half court trying to pass it over to the other sideline to Kayla Heck, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover, South Tama. 5-0 the score. Vinton-Shellsburg on top, 6:24 in the first quarter. Stick around at halftime. We're going to have the last of our get to know the athlete player interviews. And there's another bucket. This time it's Sophia Krutner making her way into the free throw lane. Little jumper. And Coach Dina Kiana is going to call a timeout and talk to the Trojans a little bit as they now trail 7-0. Starters for the Vikings, number 10, Abby Davis, number 11, Sophia Krutner, number 15, Ashley Meyer, number 33, Alyssa Griffith, and number 44, Bradley Bruce. All seniors starting things today on a Vinton-Shellsburg team that's been up and down in the Iowa Girls Union rankings throughout the season, but they've been a dangerous team. South Tama knows that well. They've taken 2 lopsided losses to Vinton-Shellsburg. Coming in off the bench, number 20, Julia Johnson for Vinton-Shellsburg. Kalinda Burke also in off the bench. And so down low, they are playing. Here's Kayla Heck getting the ball into the lane near the free throw line. Trojans yet to score. Cervantes from the right side, and Jeanette Cervantes gets the first points for South Tama. So Vinton-Shellsburg, with their 3 post players, stand 5'11", 5'11", and 6 foot. All 3 seniors, all 3 contributors. Johnson trying to get the ball worked around the perimeter. And a foul is called on Ziera Capeu. Capeu's first. 13th foul for the Trojans. Meyer to inbound. And now Griffith takes it out near the half-court line. Looking to move. Meyer gets past Cervantes into the lane. Good contest there by Arrow Lyons and forces the missed shot. Capeu up the court. Crosses over near the three-point line, loses the handle. Gets the loose ball back. Passes to Lyons. Well in the backcourt. Now Defoe. Defoe dribbles in and is called, I believe, a lane violation call, not on Defoe, but on another Trojan. Griffith from the right side finishes for two. It's 9-2 the score with 4:48 on the clock, first quarter. Griffith, her first points tonight. Now the Trojans trying to respond. On the other end, Defoe covered up into a double team. Gets it to Lyons. And a steal by Griffith. Just took it right out of the hands of Sierra Capeu and a fast break. Alyssa Griffith at the other end finishes the fast break layup on the left side. She's got 4 points. The Vikings lead 11-2. Cervantes almost threw it away, trying to get it to Kayla Heck. Heck to Lyons. Lyons' first shot, no good. She gets her own rebound. Kalinda Burke brings in the defensive rebound. Blocking foul on the Trojans as the Vikings were in the fast break. Emma Harwick comes into the game for South Tama. Checking in for Sienna Defoe. Defoe, I think, picked up her second foul there. And Takaya Rosenberger also making her way to check in here in a moment. Nice pass inside to Burke. That was Davis on the assist, and Burke finishes it off for 2 points, making it 13-2. 3:52 to go left in the first quarter. This is regional playoff basketball tonight. Winner advances, loser is done for the season. Another turnover on the South Tama half court. And Abby Davis sprinting up the court and just legs out a layup going through traffic. Davis, her first points this evening. So some pretty broadly applied scoring from the Vikings in the early going. Kayla Heck puts up a shot in the middle of the lane. Rims out hard. Vikings back quickly in transition. Johnson into the lane, gets some contact, and will go to the line for two. First personal on Arrow Lions. South Tama racking up some fouls here in the first quarter. They've got 5 team fouls already. And now Julia Johnson, the junior, at the line for the Vikings. Johnson good on the first. Capeu and Lyons go to the bench for Azalee Morgan and Takaya Rosenberger. Griffith and Davis check out for Meyer and Krutner back into the game. Johnson good on the second free throw, making it 17-2 now with 3 minutes to go left in the first. Morgan stepped out of bounds in the half court, trying to move the ball around the sideline. Turnover gives it back to Vinton-Shellsburg. Bradley Bruce guarded by Morgan. Gets through traffic and goes up for the layup from the right side. Bruce with 5. Have yet to see a three-pointer in this game, which kind of at this stage of basketball evolution, that's kind of surprising to see, but that's really not where Vinton-Shellsburg makes its money. Their post players are their forte, and they're using those mismatches to their advantage here. 19-2 the score. Morgan trying to pass down low, throws it away, gives it to Johnson, who stole it out of the air. Johnson trying to thread the baseline, and she throws it away. So 2 turnovers back-to-back here with 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Don't forget, we're going to have our last Get to Know the Athlete interview. We talked to Kayla Heck, Jenna Meyer, and Destiny Miranda earlier in the season, and we're going to hear from them at halftime. Foul called on Vinton-Shellsburg, just their first personal. Trojans inbound from the baseline. Rosenberger trying to go down low to Heck, and it gets picked out of the air. Turnover. Meyer in transition. Goes over top of the defense, dumps it off to Burke. Burke misses on the first, but cleans it up, and up and easy for 2 points. Kalinda Burke with 4. Kayla Heck turns it over on South Tama's side.
Meyer with the ball and the baseline. Gets tangled up with Cervantes and Heck, and a jump ball will be called. It stays with the Vikings. Davis and Griffith come into the game for Meyer and Burke, who will take a breather. Kind of a 8-player rotation here. Here's a quick three-pointer by Julia Johnson. And there's the first three of the game with 1:41 left on the clock. Julia Johnson drains the three, and it's 24-2. All Vinton-Shellsburg here in the first half. Another turnover on the South Tama side. Johnson to Griffith down low on the fast break. It's no good. Bruce picks up the rebound for Vinton-Shellsburg, gets it out to Johnson. And her shot is off the front of the rim. Rebound this time by Jeanette Cervantes, and South Tama kind of slowly makes the ball, works the ball up the court. Rosenberger trying to pass again. I think it's been 3 or 4 straight turnovers. And Davis off the turnover, just takes it quickly up the court, scores for 2. Another turnover on the South Tama end. And a jump ball. Nope. A jump ball is called after Cervantes and company got tangled up. Lions into the game for Heck. Rosenberger goes to the bench for Sierra Capello. 48 seconds to go left in the first quarter. Big lead here for Vinton-Shellsburg. They're up 28-2. Bruce steals it away from Capello. Now Krutner to Davis, open three. It's good. Three-pointer by Davis makes it 29-2. Into the game for Vinton-Shellsburg, Tess Erickson getting her first action of the game off the bench. Capello going up twice, missing both times. Covered up by 2 defenders from Vinton-Shellsburg. And here come the Vikings on a fast break. Davis to Griffith. Shot from the middle, not there. Azalee Morgan treks down the rebound, but a little bit of press defense coming here from Vinton-Shellsburg. And they put the brakes on, and that's the first quarter buzzer at the first. South Tama 2, Vinton-Shellsburg 29. We'll be back after this. Thanks for being with us here on Trojan Country for regional Class 3A basketball.
Located in the heart of corn and cattle country, Iowa Premium procures and processes only corn-fed Black Angus cattle that come hand-selected from family farms in Iowa and neighboring states. As Tama County's largest employer, the team at Iowa Premium are an anchor, not only in the beef industry, but throughout eastern and central Iowa. Iowa Premium, a national beef company. As partners in the community, Salt Creek Wind Project is committed to supporting Tama County's growth in a way that benefits all residents. Construction on the project will bring hundreds of new opportunities for Tama County's workforce and will allow workers to gain valuable, transferable skills. Hundreds of millions of dollars in tax revenue generated by the project will help improve county services such as schools, roads, and emergency response. And the clean, emission-free power generated will support a more reliable delivery system in the county and beyond. To learn more about Salt Creek Wind or to join our coalition of supporters, visit saltcreekwindproject.com. All right, welcome back. Live from Vinton-Shellsburg High School. First round of the Class 3A Regional Girls Basketball Playoffs. Vinton-Shellsburg leading 29-2. The Vikings with the ball here out of the gate to start the second. It's a missed three-pointer by Abby Davis. And a loose ball that goes out of bounds. Touched by the Vikings, so it'll go to the Trojans here for their first look. Vikings putting on a little half-court pressure. Cervantes passes out of it. Capello stripped by Krutner, and it's another turnover. Davis, the transition bucket. Vinton-Shellsburg looking focused tonight, knowing they have the upper hand against South Tama, having soundly defeated them twice already this season. They're trying to get themselves tuned up and in position to contend come state tournament time.
this team's going to be one to deal with if they've got all their cylinders firing this month. Foul's going to be, there's a foul on the Vinton-Shellsburg end of the court. It's going to be against Jeanette Cervantes, her second personal. No, excuse me, the first personal for Cervantes. Briley Bruce at the line for 2 shots, and she makes the first. Bruce now with 6 points on the night. Abby Davis leading the way with 9 for Vinton-Shellsburg. Bruce, one more to come here. Briley Bruce makes both free throws, and that makes the score 33-2 with 7:05 to go here in the second quarter. Morgan gets it over to Capeyu. Back to Morgan, top of the key, guarded by Griffith. Passes it to Cervantes. Griffith steals it away near half court. And she gets the bucket and the foul on the one-on-one transition fast break. Everything working here for Vinton-Shellsburg. Griffith the bucket. Foul is on. Well, I don't know who we got that. I think it's on Cervantes, but on the right number there. Griffith misses on the end one free throw. Ashley Meyer tracks down the offensive rebound, and she buckets one. Easy layup underneath the hoop. Meyer with 4. It's 37-2. Trojans have thrown it away most times down the court. Kayla Heck gets it inside this time to Arrow Lyons. Lyons throws up a shot. And now the Vikings quickly on the fast break after the rebound by Bruce. Meyer kicks it out to Davis. To Krutner. Now Krutner for 3. Off the front of the rim. Bruce trying to contend for the rebound, and she'll be called for a foul. Burke, Erickson, and Johnson check in for the Vikings. Capeyu dribbles it up, stolen away by Abby Davis. And Capeyu will commit the foul. Try and save the bucket on the other end. Two shots coming here for Abby Davis. Misses on the first. 5:43 left on the clock, first half. We're going to have our get to know the player interviews with 3 juniors and seniors. It's going to be Kayla Heck, Jenna Meyer, and Destiny Miranda at halftime, so stick around for that. Davis good on the second shot. And she leads all scorers with 10 points. Arrow Lyons with a jumper, and it's good. Making the score 38-4. Johnson quickly up the court, getting around the defense on the baseline, finding Kalinda Burke, and Burke had an open look at the hoop and converted it for 2 points. Excuse me, that was Zara Capeyu on the bucket for South Tama. So Capeyu and Cervantes each with a field goal, rounding out the scoring for STC in the first half. Erickson steals it away from Paige Krosky, who came in a moment ago. Goes out of bounds, last touch by the Vikings. Heck to inbound. Morgan back to Heck in the lane. She throws up a shot, not there, and Burke the rebound for Vinton-Shellsburg. Now Davis, open look for a three, in and out. Kayla Heck tangles up with Burke, and a jump ball is called. Payu goes to the bench for Takaya Rosenberger. Inbound pass to Johnson. She fires a three. Griffith gets the rebound. Now Davis for three. Not there. Erickson, the putback. Not there. And Griffith on a putback. So 4 offensive rebounds and 2 missed three-pointers end up in a layup for 2 for Alyssa Griffith, making the score 42-4, Vinton-Shellsburg. And there's a jumper by Kayla Heck. South Tama now with 6. Vikings trying to press it up the court. Kind of a baseball pass, gets thrown out of bounds. Meyer, Bruce, and Krutner come back on the court for Vinton-Shellsburg. Now Rosenberger in the half court, trying to pass to Heck. Throws it away, steal for Meyer. Up the court to Johnson, and Johnson on a fast break. So many fast break transition buckets in this first half for Vinton-Shellsburg. They are locked in here tonight against South Tama. Lions passes to Morgan. Morgan on the baseline. Puts up a shot, it's not there. Vikings quickly move it up the court. Johnson to Bruce. Meyer couldn't gather the pass, but picks up the loose ball. And Meyer into the lane, missing on a shot. Rosenberger comes down with the rebound. 44-6. Long 2 by Lions, off the mark. Burke the rebound. Krutner, no foul is called. She got a little contact with Morgan coming up the right sideline, and ball goes out of bounds, and it will go to South Tama. Lions trying to get it to Heck near the top of the key, throws it away. Meyer the steal, getting it to Bruce. Bruce picks it up, kicks it out to Meyer. Jumper, not there. Loose ball tipped around. And it's going to be Kalinda Burke going up strong from the left side and getting a bucket for 2. Burke up to 8 so far tonight. A lot of players getting in the scoring. Fresh set of Vikings players coming into the game with a minute to go left in the second quarter. Rosenberger just kind of dribbles it off of her foot and goes out of bounds. Under a minute to go, 46-6 the score. Vinton-Shellsburg up big here against South Tama in the opening round of the Class 3A playoffs. There's a bucket by Vinton-Shellsburg. Didn't get the number on that player as they have some reserves in at the moment. Isabel Johansson came in a moment ago for South Tama. He's a sophomore coming off the JV squad. There's the last second bucket by number 12, Peyton Clemenson. At the halftime buzzer, Vinton-Shellsburg leading 50-2. at half.
Sir, appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
S&S Car Wash provides both automatic and hand wash services as well as detailing for your vehicle. S&S Car Wash, your local car wash destination with convenient locations in Toledo and Tama. As partners in the community, Salt Creek Wind Project is committed to supporting Tama County's growth in a way that benefits all residents. Construction on the project will bring hundreds of new opportunities for Tama County's workforce and will allow workers to gain valuable, transferable skills. Hundreds of millions of dollars in tax revenue generated by the project will help improve county services such as schools, roads, and emergency response. And the clean, emission-free power generated will support a more reliable delivery system in the county and beyond. To learn more about Salt Creek Wind or to join our coalition of supporters, visit saltcreekwindproject.com.
All right, hello and welcome to another STC Student Athlete Spotlight. Today I'm joined by 3 of our girls basketball players for the STC varsity team. Can you first just go through the line here, tell me your name, tell me your grade.
I'm Jenna Meyer and I'm a junior.
I'm Destiny Moran, I'm a senior.
Okay.
I'm Kayla Heck and I'm a junior.
All right. Well, thank you all for being with me here at the tail end of practice. How did the practice go tonight? How was it?
That was good.
Pretty
Worked on a lot of plays, getting our stuff together. So.
Yeah. All right. Before we kind of jump into basketball talk, just some few questions, broader questions, just to get to know you all a little bit better. We're kind of at the halfway point of the high school year right now. What's been a highlight for you as you think about this past school year? It can be something from sports, it can be something from school. Is there anything in any moment or experience that kind of sticks out as a highlight? Whoever thinks of something can just pipe up.
I'd say like our first basketball game came out strong. It really took a really positive incline on all of us.
Yeah.
Starting early.
Okay. Anybody else? All right. It's been a great year then. All right. Excellent. Okay. Talking about family a little bit. Do you have any siblings? Do you have any pets? And tell us about each of those if you have them. And we'll start over here.
I have an older brother and I have 2 dogs.
All right. Tell us about your dogs.
I have a 14-year-old Shih Tzu
Oh, no.
named Daisy, and then I have a
That's up.
4-year-old lab named Bailey.
Great.
I have a twin brother and I have a younger sister.
What's it like being a twin?
Pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Any pets?
I had my dog Milo.
Okay. All right. Michaela.
I have 3 brothers.
Okay.
And I live actually on a farm, so I have a lot of animals.
Any favorites among the farmyard group?
Nah, not really. They're all pretty.
All right. Cool. Would you say you have any unique talents, skills? Is there anything that somebody might not know or might find interesting if they met you for the first time? Anything that comes to mind there?
You said baking. I'm a good baker, but
Bake? Okay. Well, what do you like to bake?
cookies, cupcakes.
Yeah.
But mostly cookies.
Nice. Okay. Favorite type of cookie?
Dirt cake cookies.
Nice.
Ooh, those are good.
All right. Anybody else have anything come to mind?
I do computer coding.
Oh, very cool. Any projects that you worked on lately that have been exciting?
In California, I made a whole website for police.
Oh, that's awesome.
Website, yeah.
Very cool. Kayla, anything?
Just your average, I guess. Not a whole lot. Just
Okay.
into sports schools.
Yep.
I guess.
I'm sure that keeps you busy.
Yeah.
When you think about heroes, is there anybody that comes to mind when you think of as a hero? Could be somebody you know, somebody you don't know. Anybody there?
Definitely my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
All right. Bessie?
Batman.
Yep.
I'd probably say just my family in general. I
Okay.
just look up to a lot of
Yeah.
my family members.
Awesome. All right, we're going to jump into some basketball questions here. Go down the line. Tell me how long you've been playing basketball, and do you remember kind of what got you into the sport?
All right.
Whoever wants to go first.
I started like 2nd, 3rd grade, Blue Pride.
Yeah.
My mom was kind of like the coach
Okay.
for that.
How was that having a parent as a coach?
It was definitely challenging at some points.
Yeah.
Always pushing me to do better.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it because now I'm here and playing in high school and I've really gotten to enjoy the sport.
Yeah. How about you, Destiny?
I got into it in 4th grade in California.
Okay.
And what's kind of kept you going out year over year? What's been the thing that's kind of kept you interested in it?
I'd say the defense. Playing defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I started in 3rd grade. I
Yeah.
did Blue Pride too.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Is there what's the most enjoyable part of the basketball experience for you? Practices, games. Is there a part of playing that you enjoy the most?
I'd say in general, just with the team, getting to know everybody, making that bond, and then getting to play games together, and really seeing each other improve over time
Gotcha.
is really valuable.
I would say the team chemistry.
Yeah.
Like we have really good chemistry.
Nice.
Just say the same
Just
thing.
the group
basically, yeah.
feel. Okay. Fair enough. What's the most challenging aspect of the game for you? We'll start over here.
Just staying focused and hustling the whole time. We seem to like drain ourselves in like the first half.
Yeah. Yeah. Destiny?
It would be like the same thing she said. It's like getting the hustle, you know.
All right.
I'd say having an urgency when you start the game, get going soon enough so you're not down so many points by the end of the game, and then if you're by then you're already down mentally, and it's hard to get back up there. So staying and getting in the game right away.
You guys have been in some tough games this year, some lopsided finishes. What do you tell yourself in those moments where you might be down by double digits and you've got 2 quarters left to go? What do you kind of, or what's your coach telling you maybe? How do you kind of get through those tough moments? Anybody wants to chime in?
I'd say just go out there and play your best. Like, go for it. If you had the ball, shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Drive. You can't make any mistakes. You're already down. Just go at it. Do your best. Nothing can go wrong in that opportunity.
I would say that we can always like switch the points. We have higher points, and my team might not.
Yeah. All right. Okay. What sort of things are you working on now, maybe as a team or individually? Are there any kind of improvement points that you're really focusing on at this point of the season to get better, either as a player or as a group? Anything come to mind there?
Hustling, better passes, keeping your eyes like up when you're dribbling, knowing where the passes and plays should be going, and memorizing the plays, getting them down, so we can run something throughout the game.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm trying to like focus more on my posting up and like trying to do post moves basically.
Yeah.
I'm working on my offense.
What advice would you have for younger players as they're considering what sport they might want to play coming up?
Stick with it.
Yeah.
Don't give up on it. You might have rough points, just stay with it. It'll come out for the better in the future.
Any advice come to mind for you guys?
Just like what she said, stick to it. You may not be good at first, but over time you'll improve.
Yeah.
Basically the same thing.
All right. Okay, some rapid fire favorites questions for you to end up by here. What's your favorite meal, favorite thing to eat for lunch or dinner?
That's tricky. Probably pasta.
Yeah.
Carne asada tacos.
All right. Carne asada, very nice. Favorite media, so could be favorite book, TV show, movie, video game, anything there that comes to mind?
My favorite movie is Step Brothers.
Nice.
I like the new Pikachu movie.
Okay.
I have a lot of favorites. It's
Anything?
hard to choose.
All right. Anything come to mind though?
Not really.
Okay. Favorite type of music, favorite music artists?
Ooh. I like listen to a lot of genres, so
Yeah, me too.
not really.
Okay.
Not really a specific.
You just turn, so you get in your car, turn it on, it's just whatever radio, or do you have anything that you'll find in the car on rotation?
Once in a while, I'll have like a playlist of like
Basically pop music.
pop music.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about favorite time of year, favorite season or weather, that type of thing?
Ooh. Summer fall era when it's still kind of warm, so you don't need like a jacket yet, but still in shorts, t-shirts, like where you're not sweating when you go outside.
Yeah.
I like autumn. Autumn's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think I like winter the best just because you have Christmas and it's my favorite time of the year.
Yeah. Well, you're baking cookies, so that's
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
right.
Favorite type of animal. We'll start with Kayla. You got the animals
Oh,
at the
dang.
farm.
You know, little animals, big animals, fuzzy animals.
Great. Favorite animal, Destiny?
I like penguins. Penguins.
See, great.
I just like dogs. I like all dogs.
Yeah, that's the answer, I think. And then last question, favorite basketball player or basketball team or anything come to mind there?
Stephen Curry.
I'd say Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, all right. Okay, well, thank you girls very much for the time. Best of luck in the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Medicap Pharmacy in Toledo offers free medication packaging and free delivery to surrounding areas. With convenient drive-up service and hours on Saturday morning, Medicap Pharmacy is always there for you. Visit with pharmacist Derek Townsend and his team by calling 484-6198 or stop by their location across from Fairway in Toledo. Medicap Pharmacy, locally owned and expertly operated.
Welcome back live into Vinton-Shellsburg High School. I'm Darvin Graham with you here this evening on the call for tonight's girls 3A regional first round matchup between South Tama and Vinton-Shellsburg. At the halftime mark, South Tama trailing 50-6 in the third time these teams have met this season. Last time out, a similar outcome at the half. There's a three-pointer by Sophia Kreutner. And a wave of substitutions coming in for Vinton-Shellsburg. So the starters head to the bench for Vinton-Shellsburg with a 40-plus point lead. South Tama out with their starting lineup here in the third. Heck, Lyons, Cervantes, Capeu, and Defoe. Tess Erickson steals the ball away for Vinton-Shellsburg, kicks it over to Julia Johnson. She fires a three. It goes out of bounds. Capeu goes into two defenders, passes out to Defoe. Defoe near the top of the key. 53-6 the score now. Lyons loops it over the defenders to Cervantes and a whistle. Foul on the Vikings. It's going to go against number 12, Peyton Clemenson. First personal, first team foul in the half. Capeu for three. Not there. Johnson the rebound. Johnson to Erickson in the corner. Back to Johnson. She charges in, passes out to Erickson. Three-pointer, bounces high and goes in. (56-6) with continuous clock in motion here. Ball goes out of bounds on South Tama's next trip up the court. Turnover giving it back to the Vikings. At the half, Abby Davis finished with 10. Sophia Kreutner with 5. Clemenson with 2. Ashley Meyer with 4. There's Johnson for 3 off the mark. Out of bounds, last touch by Arrow Lyons. Ashley Meyer with 4, Johnson with 7. Tess Erickson with 3. Griffith with 8. Riley Bruce with 9. And Burke with 6. Aspen Millard on the bucket for Vinton-Shellsburg a moment ago. A steal on the South Tama end. Jeanette Cervantes going to be whistled for a foul against Erickson. Now Erickson for 3. Off the front of the rim, Kayla Heck the rebound. Capello, a long two, it's good. Zira Capello's second bucket of the night. Makes the score 58-8 with 3:40 on the clock, third quarter. Johnson draws some contact on the other end, and a foul is called against South Tama. It's going to be against Sienna Defoe. Johnson to Millard. Grace McClintock fires from the right side. Her shot's off the mark. Here come the Trojans up the court. Capello hard up the right side, driving into the lane. Passes to Lyons. Lyons' shot underneath the hoop is no good, but the rebound goes to Capello, and she gets it out to Defoe. Defoe misses on a three. Now Johnson in the fast break. Kayla Heck the steal from McClintock. And Johnson and Capello go careening into the scorer's table. Out of bounds, last touch by the Vikings. Four more players coming into the game for Vinton-Shellsburg. It's going to be number 23, Addison Fippen, number 5, Victoria Humiston. Let's see. Get the numbers as I can see them here. 23, yeah, we got Fippen already. 24, Allison Kaut. Capello gets tied up with Erickson, and it's going to be a jump ball. Rosenberger checks in for Capello. (58-8), still the score with 2:04 on the clock in the third. Pass inside, that time to Kaut, and Kaut finishes with the easy bucket underneath the hoop. Rosenberger working up the court, getting the screen from Lyons. Kayla Heck, shots off the mark. Lyons the cleanup, and the bucket for two. Pass down low to Kaut again. Kaut with two buckets right away. And she's there, possibly their future at the post position. Another 5'11" post player on the bench in the stable for Vinton-Shellsburg. She's a sophomore, so hasn't been needed to contribute too much. There's Kayla Heck with a little fadeaway jumper. First points of the second half for Heck. South Tama up to 12 now. Heck leading South Tama with 4 points. Humiston takes a dive near the left side. Far sideline there. It will be a foul. Millard for three off the rim. Humiston, the putback, not good. Erickson also misses. And Kayla Heck comes down with the loose ball. 11 seconds left to go here in the third. Lyons gets the pass from Cervantes, misses an open shot underneath the hoop. And that will do it at the end of three. South Tama trailing 62-12.
Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home in Tama is locally owned and operated, serving Tama, Toledo, and the surrounding areas. Cruzy Phillips offers both traditional and cremation services at the time of need, as well as pre-planned arrangements that give you and your family peace of mind. Through competent professionalism, the staff at Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home serves families with compassion and respect for their needs and wishes. That's why they offer services with unique options and attention to every detail. Obituaries and funeral home information can be found online at cruzy-phillips.com or by calling 641-484-3400. 2022 marks the 95th year in business for the State Bank of Toledo since opening in 1927. The State Bank of Toledo is Trojan Country's hometown bank, supporting its customers with loyal, friendly, and fair customer service. With 2 convenient locations, a full-service investment center, 24-hour ATM service, and online banking, you can't go wrong making State Bank of Toledo your financial services choice. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, we start the fourth quarter. South Tama trailing 62-12 against Vinton-Shellsburg here in the Class 3A regional playoffs. Trojans start with the ball in the fourth. Rosenberger, Lyons, Heck, Morgan, and Emma Harwick in the game here for South Tama. Harwick gets tangled up near the free throw line, and it's going to be a steal and a turnover for the Vikings. Addie Shavala into the game, has the ball here near the baseline. Shavala thought about a 3. Now Erickson will shoot the 3 off the back of the rim. And a jump ball is called near the baseline. South Tama will have the week off next week and will come back for the boys' first round playoff game next Monday. We don't know yet who South Tama will be playing and where they will be heading. I believe that should be announced on Monday. We'll get that info up on our Facebook page when we have that available. Kayla Heck, little 5-foot jumper. Vikings go inside to Millard. Now Clemenson from the right side, bank shot off the mark. Kayla Heck comes down with the rebound, passes it away to Rosenberger. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Erickson from Vinton-Shellsburg. Now 65-14 after the bucket by Heck. Heck again, this time from the baseline. Jumper off the mark. Vikings tip it out of bounds. Stays with the Trojans. Fippen coming in for Erickson. Inbound pass to Lyons. And the bank shot is good. Arrow Lyons with 4. Bucket on the Vinton-Shellsburg side makes the score 67-16. That was Peyton Clemenson on the shot. Heck again, good from short range. She has 8 now. Steal on the South Tama, on the Vinton-Shellsburg end. Trojans quickly work it up the court. Rosenberger to Lyons, who fires a 3. Harwick tracks down the offensive rebound. Back to Rosenberger. Long jumper from Heck, off the mark. Millard threw it away to a teammate that wasn't looking. Morgan picked up the loose ball, and the Trojans back in the half court after the turnover. And Heck turnaround jumper is good. Kayla Heck up to 10 points here. Shavala for 3, off the mark. officials timeout for a moment there. It'll be South Tama ball. Heck inbounds to Rosenberger. 3:56 on the clock left in this game. Trojans trailing 67-20. It'll be a foul on the Vikings. Number 30, McClintock. Harwick from the free throw line, not there. Vikings on the fast break. Humiston to Clemenson. Ball still on the perimeter. Phippen will try a three, well off the mark. Out of bounds, South Tama ball. I believe that was Kayla Heck again. Yep, Kayla Heck now with 12. All 10 of those 12 coming in the second half here is Vinton-Shellsburg into their kind of third and fourth string players. Millard checks back in for Clemenson. Shavala coming in for McClintock. Asley Morgan fires from the left side, no good. Millard tracks it down for Vinton-Shellsburg. Vikings in the fast break. Humiston along the baseline, looking for a teammate, throws it away, but a foul is called. It'll be a foul on Addison Phippen, sophomore for Vinton-Shellsburg. Minute 45 in a continuous clock situation here in Vinton-Shellsburg. Vikings will go on for the win and will advance. Let's see if we can. Nice shot on the Vinton-Shellsburg side, rebound by Heck. So the winner takes on either Mid-Prairie or Prairie City Monroe back here in Vinton-Shellsburg on Wednesday. Shavala with the ball to Millard. Three-pointer for Phippen is no good. Lions the rebound. Last couple times down the court here for a couple seniors from South Tama. Capayu, Lyons, and Harwick. Phippen called for another foul. Inbound to Morgan, 20 seconds. Jump ball with 10 seconds left. And the continuous clock will end the game there. Final score, 67-22 here in Vinton-Shellsburg in record time. Game time, 53 minutes. We started at 7, we're done at 7:53. The Vikings advance to the second round to take on Mid-Prairie or Prairie City Monroe. South Tama is done for their season. Best of luck to the seniors as they continue on in their endeavors after high school next year. And we will catch up with the South Tama girls again next season. Remember boys game will be coming up on the 20th. We'll announce where and when that game will take place once the seedings get announced by the Boys Athletic Association. I'd like to thank our winter sponsors who have been very faithful and crucial to our existence this season and this winter season as well. Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home, Salt Creek Wind, State Bank of Toledo, Sharn Weber's, Mark Weston Hoyer Law, SNS Car Wash, Medicap Pharmacy, Iowa Premium, Mercy Care Tama, and the Tama Pump. Thank you to them. All of our broadcasts also made possible by the Charlie Townsend Memorial this season. And lastly, congrats to the 5 South Tama Trojans advancing on to the state wrestling tournament. South Tama crowned a state champion a couple weeks ago in Maley Ellsbury in the girls tournament. They'll have 5 opportunities to get another one here with Amari Chavez, Mikhail Bear, Jacob Youngbear, Gavin Bridgewater, and Rudy Papaki all heading to the state tournament after qualifying earlier today in Williamsburg. So congrats to those folks. Get tapped into STC Wrestling. Make sure to follow their progress next week as the state tournament starts, and should be a fun time to follow the South Tama Trojans. If you didn't catch our early game or our pregame interview and feature piece with Amber Karkosh-Bolin, we're going to have that up on our Facebook page in the coming days, so watch out for that. That'll be up for on-demand viewing whenever. And thanks to Amber for her time and willingness to kind of share her story with us. And congrats once again on her honors as a Hall of Famer with the Co-College Co-Hawks. That'll do it for us here on a busy night in Eastern Iowa. Thanks for being with us, Trojan fans. Hope everybody has a great weekend. And we'll say good night and go Trojans.